Very good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the current affairs classes. I hope you all are doing well. So today we are going to wrap up the CA for 2024, right? That is, today is the 29th and 31st December part 2 class. Okay, part 2. So this is going to be the end of 2024 CA, and from the next class we are going to start with the 2025, the New Year's CA. Okay, so let's begin with the analysis. I hope the audio and visuals are all good. At the end, of course, we will be doing the top 5 MCQs. So stay tuned. In the first section, ESI Finance and Business News. We have Reliance's first refinery, the Jamnagar refinery. Reliance's first refinery, the Jamnagar refinery, has completed 25 years on 28 December. So that's why the Jamnagar refinery is in news. It has completed 25 years. Next, Indian economy. So this is part 2. Part 1 we have already covered for 29 to 31st December, right? Indian economy is expected to grow between the range of 6.5 to 6.8%. This is as per the report or data by Deloitte. Okay, Deloitte, is a multi-national professional services company, provides a lot of consultancy services, auditing, etc. So Deloitte has projected that 6.5 to 6.8% of the range would be there for India's growth in the fiscal year 2025. Okay. You can remember this. Next, moving on to banking news. Banking news mein we have RBIH. RBIH is very important. Remember, the Reserve Bank Innovation Hub. RBIH has partnered with whom? Has partnered with the digital lender Vivify Finance. Remember this name, this can be important. Vivify Finance. What is this Vivify Finance? Vivify Finance is basically an NBFC. Non-banking financial company. It is NBFC registered with RBI. Okay, NBFC registered with RBI. Why RBIH, the RBI Innovation Hub, has partnered with Vivify Finance? This is to run a pilot project to offer unsecured loans to the gig workers. They are trying to launch a pilot project under which they will be offering unsecured loans. Unsecured means uncollateralized loans to the gig workers. So now we have some important terminologies here to discuss the static portion. First of all, who are these gig workers? Second, RBIH. What is RBIH, right? So gig workers, if you see by definition, gig workers, cannot be differentiated on the basis of work they are doing. Gig workers are particularly defined on the basis of the setup of work. What is gig economy or gig workers? This is quite popular terminology nowadays. See, it is different from the traditional employer and employee setup. Are you getting my point? Different from the traditional employer and employee setup. What is the traditional setup? That you will be going to office for a certain number of hours, you will be providing the service, etc. How is it different? So your freelancing works, your contract based work, delivery boys which are there, delivery persons which are there for the e-commerce platforms, right? So contractual based work, this new kind of setup is the gig economy. Okay, I hope you have understood. So gig workers, they consist of income earning activities outside the long-term employer-employee relationship. So that work might not be lasting for a long time, but this is contractual work. They work on a contract basis. So this is the thing. Like for example, designing websites, right? Driving, management, consulting, care work, more, etc. I gave you a lot of examples like freelancing. So this is the gig economy. They are trying to partner to promote this gig economy, because this gig economy is the future. Now you see a lot of these services are there, providing them unsecured loans which will help them expand their base. This is the thing. So this is partnership between RBIH and the Vivify Finance. RBIH is very important. RBI Innovation Hub. RBI Innovation Hub was basically established. It is a wholly owned subsidiary of RBI only. It works in the field of innovation and how to integrate the latest technologies and develop new policies according to the latest innovative know-how. Okay, so they accelerate innovation across the financial sector and they try to integrate innovation across the financial center. Very important fact is RBIH's headquarter. So it is headquartered at Bengaluru, remember. Because if they ask you, you might be guessing ki where the RBI is headquartered, so it might be headquartered in Mumbai, but no, it is headquartered at Bengaluru, remember. So Bangalore is the headquarter of RBIH. I hope this entire news is clear. Now, moving on to the next one. Next is RBI has proposed that there will be an introduction of beneficiary account name lookup facility. Beneficiary account name lookup facility for real time gross settlement RTGS system and the NEFT system, National Electronic Fund Transfer System. This is something I have covered already with you. If you remember, I think in some of the reports or some MPC, the previous MPC, the October Monetary Policy Committee, they have decided that they will be providing this beneficiary account name lookup facility for RTGS and NEFT as well. It is already there for UPI and IMPS. What are these RTGS, NEFT, UPI and IMPS? These all are payment mechanism, right? UPI is something you all are very well about. So let's see the difference between RTGS, NEFT and IMPS. First of all, understand this news. This beneficiary account name lookup is what? You pay someone with the help of UPI. So when you enter the details, the number or QR, you get the name of the beneficiary, isn't it? So it gets verified that your payment is going to the right person. This facility is also there in the IMPS. But it was not there in RTGS and NEFT. You could not verify the name. It could not be verified that where the beneficiary is the right person or not, right? So now it is going to be extended to RTGS and NEFT as well. This is the news. It is going to be extended to RTGS and NEFT as well. I hope you have understood the news. Now let's differentiate RTGS, NEFT, IMPS and this thing. And you have to remember what are the limits imposed on them. Okay, so these decisions, they will be effective, first of all, remember, from 1st April 2025. So in the new financial year, this is going to be there. Why? Of course, the reason is to limit the fraudulent transactions or incorrect money transfers. Sometimes by mistake, you are transferring money to someone else. Your bank account is empty, right? If you are transferring a huge amount. So this is to provide accuracy of the transactions. UPI and IMPS, as I have told you, they already have this facility where they get the name of the receiver party. Now RTGS, you know RTGS, NEFT, these are payment mechanisms. Basic differences, RTGS stands for real-time gross settlement. Real-time means instantly the settlement is there. Okay. Real-time settlement, instantly the settlement is there. Now, if you remember the minimum amount and maximum amount, if it is there. So, in RTGS, the minimum amount to be remitted is rupees 2 lakh. Remember. So, RTGS may, if you want to pay someone with the help of RTGS, the minimum amount has to be rupees 2 lakh. Okay. What about the maximum one? So, there is no maximum ceiling. It is available 24 into 7 into 365, anytime you can do the transaction, but there is minimum limit to RTGS, at least 2 lakh rupees ka amount you have to transfer, no maximum limit. Remember this. Okay, so it is also effective. Next one is NEFT. NEFT is National Electronic Funds Transfer. Again, quite popular fund transfer mechanism. Now remember, there is no limit imposed by the RBI for fund transfer under the NEFT. Although banks, after consulting or getting approval from the RBI, can impose a limit, but overall the central bank has not imposed any limit on the NEFT transaction. No minimum limit, no maximum limit. That's why NEFT is quite popular. But there is a challenge in NEFT. What is the challenge? That it goes into patches, right? If you are transferring huge amount, it goes into patches, so it takes time. So the other option is IMPS. IMPS. IMPS में per transaction limit on IMPS is rupees 5 lakh. Remember this amount, earlier it was 2 lakh, it has now been raised to 5 lakh. So any change is important, right? Remember this. Previously it was 2 lakh, now it is 5 lakh, except IMPS done through SMS, except SMS and IVRS. So all the transactions done through IMPS, the per transaction limit is rupees 5 lakh. Remember earlier it was 2 lakh, but SMS and IVR पे नहीं है. What is this? So you can also initiate IMPS based transaction with the help of SMS. SMS से भी कर सकते हैं, and IVR, voice recognition. Okay, voice recognition. So you can also transfer it with the help of SMS and voice recognition. So if 5 lakh is not applicable on SMS and IVR, voice recognition based IMPS transfer, then what is the limit? So remember, under IMPS, exclusively for SMS and voice recognition based IMPS fund transfer, the limit is rupees 5,000. Limit is rupees 5,000. Remember this. Okay. So this is the difference between RTGS, NEFT and IMPS. I hope it is clear to all of you. Remember these figures if they ask you in the examination. And remember, now this name lookup facility will be available in RTGS and NEFT. So you will be able to verify the beneficiary account. So this was about banking news and the regulatory body news. Moving on to the state news. State news mein we have Haryana government. Haryana government has decided to increase the maximum limit of death cum retirement gratuity. Death cum retirement gratuity for the state government employees by 25%. So Haryana government is increasing death cum retirement gratuity for its employees of the state government by 25%. What does it mean? It will mean that the gratuity will increase from rupees 20 lakh to rupees 25 lakhs. Okay. Gratuity amount provided to the state government employees of the Haryana government will increase to 25 lakh. This is the thing. What is this death cum retirement gratuity? So it is provided by the government to the employees when you retire. This is a security, social security, right? When you retire. But if the employee dies during the course of job or the employment with the state government, then this amount is also provided to the family. This is the thing. So remember, 25 lakh it will be now. Next one is Gujarat Chief Minister Bhupendra Patel has launched Swar platform. Swar platform. What is this Swar? The extension of Swar is speech and written analysis resource. Speech and written analysis resource. This is important, remember it, right? What is Swar? Swar platform is basically to improve communication and accessibility for citizens. Now you can integrate it on various applications like mobile, like computers, etc. And you can integrate speech to text technology so that you dictate the messages instead of typing. So if you have to communicate to someone very frequently, you no longer require typing everything, right? You can dictate it with the help of a voice note. So you can dictate it. This is the speech and written analysis resource, Swar platform. It has been provided on 25 December, the Good Governance Day. So this is Gujarat's initiative, and it has been developed by the Bhashini team. Bhashini team, is very important. Bhashini team is working towards Indian language translation program of the government, right? To eliminate language as a barrier and make language as a lingua franca. Lingua franca means something which is commonly accepted. Okay. So this is the thing, remember. Then next is international news. In international news, we have the Pacific Island nation Kiribati was the first country to enter into 2025, or the first country to celebrate the new year. Okay. So Kiribati was the first country to rise in 2025. Remember this thing. Now Kiribati ki location, if you see, it is a Micronesian country. Micronesia is basically a federation of states. It is a country spread across the Western Pacific Ocean. And lot of islands are there in this group. More than 600 islands are there, and it is one of them, right? More than 600 islands. So Kiribati, Western Pacific mein, was the first one to enter in 2025 New Year. Then if you talk about the cities, this is in terms of country. Cities mein Auckland, New Zealand. Cities mein Auckland and New Zealand. They were the first major cities to celebrate New Year. Okay, this is the thing. And since Kiribati is in news, so capital of Kiribati is Tarawa. Remember, currencies which are prevalent here are Australian dollar and Kiribati dollar. Both the currencies are accepted. Australian dollar and Kiribati dollar. Capital is Tarawa. China has unveiled world's fastest high-speed train. You know, prototype it is only, it has not been implemented yet, but the prototype is ready. So remember this name, CR450. CR450. What is this CR450? This is a prototype which China has developed. It is world's fastest high-speed bullet train. When it gets rolled out, it will be the fastest bullet train in the entire world, right? So remember this name, CR450. The speed is claimed to be 450 kilometers per hour, okay, making it world's fastest high-speed train. Then next news which we have is Pakistan is going to construct its largest nuclear plant. Remember this name, Chashma Nuclear Power Plant. Chashma Nuclear Power Plant Unit 5, C5. This is going to be the largest nuclear power plant of Pakistan, Chashma Nuclear Power Plant Unit 5, C5, for electricity generation. Okay. And this is third nuclear power plant in Pakistan with this design. Two others which are there with the country are Karachi Nuclear Power Plant, Units 2 and Units 3. So just remember this name, nothing more is important here. Moving on to MOUs, mergers and acquisition segment. Adani Enterprise is set to exit the Wilmar joint venture. Okay, so the Adani Enterprises has decided to exit its 25-year-old joint venture with the Singapore-based Wilmar International for a $2 billion deal, right? So it will be exiting with this joint venture. Remember this. Next one is SAIL, the Steel Authority of India Limited. Steel Authority of India Limited, IISO steel plant. So IIT ISM has collaborated with IIT ISM Dhanbad's Technology Innovation in Exploration Mining Foundation. So SAIL has collaborated with IIT Dhanbad's TechMin Foundation, basically. TechMin Foundation. This collaboration is for what? To develop cutting-edge technologies and promote technical advancements. Okay, in metallurgy, mining, etc. Then next is Lupin. Lupin is a very important pharmaceutical company. Lupin. Lupin has acquired the anti-diabetic medicine Huminsulin. Okay, Huminsulin. Remember this name. It is anti-diabetic drug Huminsulin in India from LA Lilly to expand its diabetic portfolio. So now LA Lilly will not be selling this. It will be sold by Lupin. Which one? The anti-diabetic medicine Huminsulin. Lupin will be producing and selling it. Then we have Reliance Industries has acquired technology-led oncology platform, the Karkinos Healthcare, for 375 crore. Reliance Industries has acquired this Karkinos Healthcare. Okay, this much only is relevant in the MOUs section and the acquisitions and mergers section. Moving on to next segment, which is Science, Tech and Defense. In Defense, we have the inaugural edition of Indian Navy Half Marathon is scheduled to take place on 2nd February in New Delhi, 2025. What is this marathon? This marathon basically aims to promote a healthy interaction between Indian Navy and the common man. Okay. for a healthy interaction between them. 3 race categories will be there: 21.1 kilometer half marathon, 10 kilometer run and 5 kilometer run. Then in defense, we have a statue of Chhatrapati Shivaji installed on the banks of Pangong So Lake. So remember this name, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj का जो statue है, it has been installed at Pangong So Lake. Okay, Pangong So Lake in the Ladakh. Remember Pangong So Lake location, it is in Ladakh. What is very peculiar about this lake, if you want to add to your general knowledge, that this lake is endorheic. Okay, remember this lake is endorheic. Endorheic means what? There is any lake or a water body which is entirely cut from the main ocean. It is no way going to drain into the ocean, right? For example, this is the lake, okay, and there is all land around it. So this is endorheic lake, Pangong So, and there the statue has been installed. Moving on to indices and rankings. So according to the Association of Democratic Reforms, Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister N. Chandrababu Naidu is the richest chief minister in India with assets worth 931 crore, more than 931 crores. Okay, so he is the richest chief minister of India. Who is the poorest chief minister of India? West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee, with just 15 lakh of the assets worth disclosed. Okay, so this is the thing, remember, richest chief minister in India, Andhra Pradesh chief minister, and poorest chief minister in India, West Bengal chief minister. Nothing else is relevant here. Then talking about awards, books and festivals. So remember, this can be important. The Steel Authority of India Limited, SAIL has been conferred with the prestigious Great Place to Work certification. Great Place to Work certification by the Great Place to Work Institute India. What is this award? It basically surveys the employees of an organization and they provide on the employee feedback. So employees, they have given this feedback that SAIL is a great place to work. So remember, SAIL, which is a Maharatna PSU of Government of India, Steel Authority of India Limited, has received this great place to work certificate, okay, for the period of January 25 to 2026. That's why SAIL is in news. So SAIL's chairman can also be important. Remember, Amarendu Prakash. Talking about books, we only have one book in the news, which is Stumped. The name of the book is Stumped. It is an autobiography of Sayyid Kirmani, one of the India's finest wicket keepers. Okay. Festivals mein we have 18th Elephant and Tourism Festival. 18th edition of Elephant and Tourism Festival ongoing in Nepal. Next, Nepal's Gurung community is marking Tamu Losar, okay, which is bidding adieu to the past year and welcoming the new year. So this is also celebrated. Remember, Tamu Losar is associated with the Nepal's Gurung community. Okay, in this, Lo means year or age and Sar means change. So Tamu Losar means year's change. So they are celebrating the change of the year. So remember, both the festivals are associated with Nepal. Then we have one of the festivals from Sikkim, the Kaged Dance Festival. Kaged Dance Festival in Sikkim, it was held, where it is a vibrant Buddhist event marking the destruction of evil and welcoming peace and prosperity for the new year. So it is celebrated by the Buddhist community, marking end of the evil and beginning the new year with prosperity. Then moving on to sports category. Sports mein we have Senior National Men's Handball Championship title goes to Kerala. Then 18th edition of CEC Ice Hockey Championship. Ice Hockey Championship, it was hosted at Leh, Ladakh. Okay. Total team were 16 and so this much only is available as of now for 18th edition of Ice Hockey Championship. Then we have King Cup International Badminton Open 2024. So Lakshya Sen is the bronze winner, okay, from India. King Cup International Badminton Open में Lakshya Sen is the bronze winner from India. Then next is 11th Pro Kabaddi League is in news. So 11th Pro Kabaddi League winner is Haryana Steelers. Remember this name, okay? 11th Pro Kabaddi League winners are Haryana Steelers. They have defeated Patna Pirates and it was held at the Shri Shiv Chhatrapati Sports Complex in Balwadi. These are the teams and their owners. You need not remember all of them. Then we don't have appointments. We have obituaries. Obituaries में Dr. Pere Sylvain Falozet, Professor of Sanskrit, is there in the obituary list. And then Charles Dolan, founder of HBO. This was about obituary. Moving on to person in news. Person in news में you have Kamya Kartikeyan. Remember this name, Kamya Kartikeyan. Very famous name. So she has made India proud. She is a student from Navy Children's School in Mumbai and created history by becoming the youngest female in world to scale the highest peaks on each of the 7 continents. So each of the 7 continents, whatever highest peaks are there of each continent, she is the youngest female in the entire world to climb all these peaks of each and every continent, the highest peaks of each and every continent. Okay, so remember this name, Kamya Kartikeyan. These 7 summits which she has scaled are Mount Kilimanjaro in Africa, Mount Elbrus in Europe, Mount Kosciuszko in Australia, and Mount Aconcagua in South America, Mount Denali in North America, Mount Everest in Asia, and Mount Vinson in Antarctica. All these peaks have been scaled by her. Then next you have Jasprit Bumrah has achieved a remarkable feat, becoming fastest Indian bowler to reach 200 test wickets. Jasprit Bumrah has become the fastest Indian bowler to reach 200 test wickets, okay, during the ongoing Boxing Day test against Australia. And then last news is South Korea's parliament has voted to impeach its acting president Han Duck-soo. So there is an impeachment motion against the South Korean acting president Han Duck-soo. That's why this person is in news and that's why South Korea is in news. So South Korea's capital also becomes important, which is Seoul. Currency is won. Okay, remember this news. That was it for 29 to 31st December CA part 2. Now it's time for the top 5 MCQs. Let's discuss them. Question number 1. Reserve Bank Innovation Hub has recently partnered with the digital lender, you have to tell the name, to run a pilot project for offering unsecured loans to the gig workers. Which is the digital lender in the options provided with whom the RBIH has partnered for this? Everyone, tell me the answer quickly. Yes, anyone? RBIH has partnered with which of the following digital lenders for providing unsecured loans to the gig workers? Option C, no, not MobiKwik. C is the incorrect one. The correct option is B here, Vivify Finance. Okay, B is the right option, Vivify Finance. Vivify Finance, remember this name. B is the correct option, Vivify Finance. Next question. RBI has proposed the introduction of beneficiary account verification, name verification for RTGS and NEFT. Accordingly, consider the following statements and tell me which of these statements are incorrect. Yes, very good. Vivify is the correct option. Now, question number 2. Tell me which of these statements regarding RTGS and NEFT are incorrect, is or are incorrect. Read these statements carefully. Yes. Okay, Harsh, you are saying B. So see, minimum amount to be remitted through RTGS is 2 lakh. So this is correct. Per transaction limit on IMPS is 2 lakh? No. I told you earlier it was 2 lakh. Now it has been raised to 5 lakh. So B is incorrect. All other statements are correct. Very good. B is the option here. Next question. Question number 3. CR450 prototype recently seen in news is what? CR450 prototype recently seen in news is what? CR450 prototype is what, or which among the following reasons it is there in the news for? C. Okay, very good. So this is world's fastest high-speed train prototype launched by China. Okay, C is the correct option. Very good. Next question. Who among the following has set a world record of becoming youngest female to scale highest peaks of all the 7 continents? These classes, they happen regularly apart from Sunday, because we have an off in the office on Sunday. So we have these classes regularly at 9:30 a.m. Very good. Question number 4, the correct answer would be Kamya Karthikeyan. Okay, remember this name. Kamya Karthikeyan from India has become the youngest female to scale all the highest peaks of the 7 continents. Okay. Next and last question of the short series. Which of the following PSU has earned the prestigious Great Place to Work certification for January 25-26 awarded by Great Place to Work Institute from India? The correct option would be, okay, very good. All of you are correct. The correct option is SAIL, Steel Authority of India Limited. SAIL has backed this prestigious award, Great Place to Work. So that was it for 29 to 31st part 2 CA with all these questions we have discussed. I hope you have understood the important concepts we have discussed in the class. This was the end of 2024 CA. Right now we will be starting with the new year's current affairs. Okay, so I hope the class was useful. Stay tuned like this, keep revising these important informations and concepts, and you will also be provided with finance guide in the content which is uploaded. So financial guide is going to add to your finance glossary and understanding. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next session with the new CA, and till then, have a great day. Thank you so much for staying tuned.